Hi, Dr. Nate here. I want to talk about what happens when you're in a whiplash or car accident injury. A lot of times people feel like they're not very injured after an accident, and so they don't do anything to improve their health afterwards. And then I find people come in sometimes 5, 6 years later and their fingers are going numb or tingling, or their grip strength is weaker than it should be, and we can only trace it back to an old whiplash injury. So I just want to show you on a poster here. This is a normal neck curve. You can see how it goes backwards here. And so here's the front of your jaw, here's the back of your head, and it comes back. What happens after whiplash injuries, and even they've shown with 5-mile-an-hour injuries, the neck goes forward. So you see how the spine now comes back here, but then right about this point it goes forward. So that makes this whole area right here very unstable. And the other big thing is it starts to irritate the nerves down through here. And that's an important group of nerves. That's your brachial plexus. So it comes right off that area there. And those are all the nerves that control your strength of your arms, your shoulders, your biceps. Anything that has to do with your upper extremity here can be affected by your neck going into this posture. I also see it with people that sit at computers for 40 hours a week or on their phones. So it's just not good. So I want to show you some exercises today to help improve that. If you do come into our clinic, one of the things we do is check your grip strength. So that's what happens a lot of times when this area irritates those nerves. Your grip, your pinky, your thumb, those nerves going down to those muscles aren't working as well as they should. Think of it like a garden hose. You put a kink in that garden hose, and then you don't get as much water flowing there. That's what happens there. So that's something that we check with our patients that have been, even if they've had recent car accidents or car accidents 3, 4, 5 years ago, or even longer there too. So that's the biggest thing we want to do, is work on trying to get that curve back. The other big area, if you look at this chart here, there's 2 other areas that get really damaged with car accident. Your brain stem, which 10 of your 12 cranial nerves go on that, come off of that branch, and so it can affect your taste, your breathing, your vision, your peripheral vision, your reading ability, balance issues, and then a lot of muscles around the jaw, around the neck, and your tongue, and even some of your digestive stuff with your vagus nerve there too. The other big area that can take, especially if you had a really hard car accident, is the cerebellum can get bumped up against the skull or the back of the head there, and it can affect it can cause tremors or shakiness. It can cause your inability to finely tunely grab stuff, or coordination type stuff, or balance stuff. So it's important to rehab your brain, especially after a car accident, and the nerves coming down your neck. So I want to show you a couple of things today we can do for the neck. So if our goal is to kind of get that curve back, we can work on that. So what I do is I tuck my chin about just a few degrees down, and then I drive it back. That almost like you're trying to make a double chin there. And your goal is to hold it for 5 seconds and work your way up to 10 to 15 seconds. So it's more of an isometric type of contraction. So you're just holding that back like that. You should feel it back here as those muscles pull back. Then you can also turn your head slightly and even tilt it, and then drive it straight back too. This is really good if you're getting tension headaches after car accidents, or just tension headaches in general. Same thing here, you can tilt down, tilt to the side, and drive it back. And work that. So that's one thing I do to work the posture muscles back. The other thing we do is work the tense levator scapular muscles that are back there. So we do something called an ACM. So it's where we're contracting the muscle as tight as we can and hold it, and then stretch it. So if I'm trying to, that muscle goes from here to here, I'm going to try to shorten those. So I'm going to bring this up, bring my neck back, and hold that as tight as I can, or as long as I can, until I start to feel like it's shaking, or I can't hold it any longer, and then I try to fully stretch it. So when I drop the shoulder down, drop my head away, so I'm turning my head back towards that spot, back of the head, and then I turn it away when I do that stretch. So that's an ACM you can do for relaxing the neck. Usually that neck will feel a lot better afterwards. A lot of times I'll do that one first, and then I'll do this driving neck one. The other thing we do that you can try at home is a traction. So at the clinic here, we use weights and we use foam things. We also have some mechanical ones that pull back. But what we're trying to do is get that neck to bend over that curve and add a little bit of weight there. So what you can do at home if you don't have these things is you can make yourself your own little towel roll. So you can take a bath towel, not too big of a towel. What I typically do is we'll roll it in, fold it in half there, and then I go and roll it into thirds, and then I'm going to roll it up like this. And then I take 2 rubber binders and I put them across there. And then you're just going to lay on this thing at the edge of your bed or at the edge of a couch. Just let your head hang there. And that's something you can do daily. And you're just going to hold that for 5 to 10 minutes. If you've got some sort of a weighted system, you got to be careful there. A lot of times you want to get checked out before you start to do some of this stuff where you're bringing the neck back, especially if you just had a car accident. So get checked by a professional chiropractor like me or your medical doctor. But once you get cleared for that, you can start to work on getting that neck curve back. So our goal is to get that curve back like this rather than what they call an S-shaped curve where it's going forward like this. When that happens, the weight of your head is out front of your spine, and it makes all these muscles a lot tighter and tense, and then you end up squeezing off on some of these nerves and causing headaches, or down here where it affects down the arm like we talked about there too. So other things that are good for post-accident care would be massage. So most of my auto patients here get massages regularly for the trigger points and all the tight muscles and spasms in their back. Acupuncture works well. We do acupuncture here too. It helps relax some of those trigger points and those knots too. And then chiropractic manipulation. So this is all jammed up and you're not moving. You're not going to be able to get that curve back when you do some of these exercises there too. So just to review, what you can do is do some ACM work with the levator scapula, where you're contracting that muscle back and then stretching it. We can do some cervical traction with the neck. And a lot of times I use bands. I'll take a band and do resistance. So once it gets easy to do it that way, we can start to do resistance stuff with bands. And then we just want to do some passive traction work using gravity. And you can just lay your head at the end of the bed too. Another thing I do is just kind of lay at the edge of the bed and have the bed come here and then let my head hang down. That works there too. Just take all this stuff in small increments, so try it out. If you get dizzy, make sure you talk to a doctor. If you feel lightheaded or sore afterwards, then you got to stop and find out why that is. So this is all simple, little, easy stuff to do, so it shouldn't cause you to have too many bad side effects, but if it does, we're going to get you checked out. So hopefully this helps. But like I said, even if you're in a 5-mile-an-hour car accident and you feel like you are fine, it may have left permanent damage on there if you don't take care of it, and this just progresses. You can see if this is left unchecked, then you start to get terrible bone growing here, and that's arthritic bones or osteophytes growing in there, and eventually down the road, 10, 14 years later, some of those joints there can completely fuse. You can see there's no space in between there, so that means those joints are not moving at all. And those are the people you see that move like this. So if we can avoid that, that would be great. So hopefully you're having a good day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.